guys, how are you all doing? Just a quick disclaimer before we get the video underway. You are watching my cryptocurrency trading series. I just want to give everybody a heads up. I'm not really here to obviously give any of you guys financial advice. I do this personally just for fun. I'm an IT guy. I'm a bit of a nerd. I love playing around with the APIs. I love seeing how I can interconnect and really try and work out algorithms to try and trade and beat the system, beat the market. So look, a lot of the content also covered in here is my own personal opinions, not necessarily the opinions of the rest of the market. Do this stuff at your own risk. I do wish you guys the best. Hope you enjoy the series. Let's get on with it. We're all having a lovely day out there. Hopefully you're tuned in to hear my series on Bitcoin trading, well, not just Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency trading. I've had quite a few people ask me to put together a bit of a series sort of explaining what I do, how I do it. Most of those of you, I guess, who know me, I don't do this professionally. This is not my job. This is not my full-time thing. But I am an avid IT person, and one of the things I love about cryptocurrency is it's actually a great way for me to have some fun while practicing my IT skills, refining my IT skills, challenging the market in different ways. And just having fun. So look, if you're in it for serious money, if you've invested your whole life savings, this is probably not the channel. I would say get some financial help or possibly just some general help. But look, guys, I would have to say, I have made quite a bit of money on this. I enjoy it. I love it. There is quite a number of different episodes that I'll put together from, I guess I want to start the basics, if this is your first time out, what it is, how to do it, some of the easy pitfalls to fall into, and then I'll go in through to, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, the different types of exchanges that I trade on, some of the strategies, some of the methods. I'm actually an IT guy myself, so one of the big challenges that I love is how I can actually, try and beat the market. So I'll probably go into a little bit later into some of the bits and pieces in regards to how to trade programmatically, how to set up your APIs, how to set up your machines, and also give you a bit of an insight into some of the cutting edge stuff I'm trying with machine learning to try and basically predict the way the market's going. And I can say that I've got some very exciting results. As I said, I don't do this professionally. This isn't my living, so hence why I'm so open to sharing it with all you guys. Look, in the end of the day, I think cryptocurrency has got a future in it. I think cryptocurrency is not just something that was here as just a little bit of a fad and will fade away. It might be some time before we see the big numbers coming back, where it went 20,000 or almost 20,000 US dollars plus. Some people predicting that it'll be there again by the end of this year. Whatever. In the end of the day, don't put more money in than you're willing to lose. Think of this as a day out in the casino. Don't be there to try and win money. Try and be there to have a bit of fun. There will be ups, there will be downs, and trust me, I can say, I've ridden both those two waves. Hopefully, I can give you some advice to try and ride the train on the way up and make sure you get off before it crashes back down to the ground. But yeah, look, so I'll get right into it. So look, I guess, firstly starting, I mean, where did I start out? I started off playing around with, Bitcoin mining. So for those of you who don't know, I guess the way how Bitcoin works is each transaction is validated and a bunch of machines go through. They basically calculate a very difficult to find number, and that's the mining part of the operation. Once somebody's been able to locate that number, and that number is made up of all the previous transactions in the current, what they call a block, so 20, 30, 50, 100 transactions, however many transactions are part of it. They do all the processing power. They get a block. That block gets accepted by the community. That transaction gets written into the blockchain. For a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, the transaction time can be a couple of hours. It can be also as low as 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how fast those blocks get processed. Ideally, they're set to try and go every 10 minutes, but ultimately, when it goes through, you need a number of what they call confirmations, so a number of cycles that goes through, for those blocks to be confirmed. It is certainly not, I guess, what a lot of people say, an instant transaction trading system. Some of the other coins that have come up, known as the altcoins, those coins really have been designed to try and tackle some of the problems that the Bitcoin network had. And I think if you look at Bitcoin, where it started, it was sort of the first generation. They'd certainly have the market leading market share in the cryptocurrency market at the moment, but there are certainly a lot of other coins really coming up very, very quickly as confidence grows in the market. And not only that, but because they are tackling some of these issues that Bitcoin inherently had because it was the first. I guess the other thing, really what we want to also have a quick chat about is, why are we investing in relative coins? And I think that is very, very important because, we all hear about, other coins that are shooting up through the roof and, are they going to be the next big Bitcoin? Are we going to see a coin that we can buy for 2 cents now being worth, $10,000 a coin, and should I go and buy $100 worth of coins and be a billionaire? It doesn't quite work like that. There are some very specific reasons why the value of Bitcoin is so high. And that's one of the big ones I wanted to have a quick chat to you about on this introduction into cryptocurrencies, is around the market capability of having a coin increase in value. So I do suggest there are some great websites out there. One I use very frequently is called CoinMarketCap. It does explain to you, what the coin is currently worth. It gives you nice historical graphs as to where those coins have been. But importantly, it also shows you the volume, which is basically the amount that coin has been traded, the market capitalization, so how much in theory that coin is worth right now. And then the big one is the circulating supply. So the circulating supply is basically how many coins they've created. So some coins like Bitcoin, they started off with basically one Bitcoin. The very first computer that was out there mining it, mined the first Bitcoin, then they mined the next Bitcoin. In Bitcoin's cases, they give them out at first, I believe it was in batches of 100 or 50, and they halve that periodically. But they basically introduce coins over time. Now, Bitcoin is capped to 21 million coins, and that's really one of the reasons why the value of Bitcoin can get so high, because there is a relatively small amount of coins. So if you think of, we've got a global population of whatever it is, 7 point something, maybe 8 billion. We can only have, if you sort of spread that across the entire world's population, it's points of a coin per person. So it's not like the average person should be owning one Bitcoin. The other way the other coins, some of the other coins that come out in the market, they've got trillions of coins. So, it's very easy for the average person to have, 1,000 coins, etc. But it doesn't mean that those coins are going to go massively up in value. I've got a lot of friends and colleagues who are trading in different areas, and, they're trying to ride the wave on things like XRP and coins like that. Hoping that they're going to get up to that magical sort of $10,000 mark, and they've got a couple of hundred coins, and that's going to mean that they've got $200,000 or $300,000 that they can spend. It's never going to get there, not unless the cryptocurrency market is worth several times more than the global stock exchange market, and that's just. I'm not going to say it's impossible, because in IT that can be a very, very bad thing to say, but it's very unlikely. I certainly wouldn't be holding my breath for that outcome to happen. I would say more likely we'll see coins like that maybe peak out at maybe $10 to $15, which is extraordinary from its current stance at about 67 or 68 cents, I believe it is today. But it is a massive factor. The volume of coins that are available out in the market really does drive the capacity for that value. I'd have to say as well, if you are going into the altcoins, the minor coins, really do have a look to see what those coins stand for. I think so many people get caught up on the team. Who is in the team? What's their experience and all that sort of stuff. I do believe it's important, but I think as well in this marketplace, it's very hard to actually know whether or not somebody or somebody on that team is really qualified to run, to run a cryptocurrency. Certainly how long the team has been around and that sort of stuff. Yeah, obviously those sorts of numbers really help. But I think as well, if you think about really what cryptocurrencies are, Bitcoin really was designed to be an alternative currency. But really where we're seeing a lot of the new altcoins coming is, I guess they're more of an alternative version of a stock. So if you start looking at the way that people are releasing their ICOs, you've got medical ones, you've got real estate ones, you've got housing ones, you've got power. So there are a lot of different purposes why people are bringing these coins to the market, and a lot of these actually have a really good relevance. Some of the coins, you invest in physical housing estates, and as those housing estates are completed and they're finished, you get a dividend or a return that increases the value that allows them to go and basically put stumps in the ground for the next estates. You've got other ones like companies trying to raise funds for medical technology, for new breakthroughs. If they make that breakthrough, those coins could go through the roof as well. So look, do have a look. I sort of say if you're going into an altcoin, sort of believe in it. And really try and push through. And there's, I guess as well, the other challenge is, how long do you hold on to that coin? Many people sort of have a look at cryptocurrencies, and they sort of buy them and they just hold on to them. Cryptocurrencies are probably like any other stock. If you go and put your money in the stock exchange, and the company starts raising in value and raising in value and raising in value, your stocks are going to increase likewise in your cryptocurrencies. But the other thing, of course, is they can go down. They can go down very quickly, and I think probably a little bit differently to the stock market. Cryptocurrency and the stock markets have many similarities, and for those of you who've traded on the stock exchange, cryptocurrency should be a walk in the park. But just have a look at it, I guess, some of the trends that are going on and some of the volatility that we see in the market. Not only is each coin or, each I guess, well, it is a coin, but, if we're relating it to a stock market company, not only do they rise and fall according to their own performance. So if a coin gets hacked, it will drop, or if a coin, if the development team have problems issuing a release, it will drop, or if a major announcement happens and it's bad, it will drop. We see that in the stock market all the time. Some company doesn't make its quarterly revenue, or they don't make their money, they don't meet their targets, they get sued or something like that. We see the value of those stocks plummet. What's really interesting about the cryptocurrency market is everybody seems to be still so nervous about it. So, as soon as bad news hits one thing, it can just ripple on. And ultimately, it hits the big one, which is Bitcoin. And when it hits Bitcoin, the whole market tends to follow suit. In one of the later episodes, I'll be going through some of the machine learning stuff, and that's certainly where a lot of the market intelligence that it's been able to gather is there's a lot of interrelationships with the root coin or the Bitcoin, as well as other major altcoins like Ethereum. So yeah, look, I certainly say, when you're looking on the market and you're in a coin, if you do want to try and sell the coin when the market turns bad, don't just look at your own coin. Make sure you are looking at all the coins, particularly the major players. So once again, if you go into that coin market cap, go onto those top 10 coins. If any of those guys are really starting to experience some bad behavior, it's a pretty good sign and pretty good indicator that some of the other areas may fall as well. So look, I think there's probably enough information on the first for the first episode. For the next episode, for those of you who haven't started trading, I'm going to give you a bit of an introduction into where to trade, some of the difference between, I guess, buying coins and actually trading coins, and I think that's really important to understand because ultimately there is a lot of money to be able to be made on trading coins. That's actually what I do, but there are a lot of pitfalls and a lot of risks associated with that. So I hope you guys can join me for my next episode. I hope this information's been valuable. Leave some information down in the comments, and yeah, thank you very much, guys. Hey guys, it's me again. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed creating that for you. If you can, just hit that subscribe button down there. It will help me know that you guys are enjoying the content, as well as helping me know what is working for you guys or not. Do leave some comments. Happy to hear comments, good, bad, or ugly. If you also would like to hit me up on my LinkedIn channel, do follow me there as well. If you do hit me up on LinkedIn. Try and just leave me a bit of a personal message just to say that you found me on this particular channel. It'll help me know where you guys are coming from, and it will help me also direct any comments back through to you. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. I've spent a lot of time trying to create and put all this together. So once again, would appreciate if you guys do subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.